go.
And the screen's so small
Yeah. I want to say we're
on
live.
this.
Hold on one second, man. Let me bring us in. I'm gonna bring us in right now.
It's all good.
Yep. We are live. What's up, everybody? This is your boy Billy F. Gates, aka Steamin' Billy Beeman. I'm here with this is your fantasy podcast. We're doing a little special, stream right now. I'm with my boy Slick Vic the Ruler, man. What's poppin', bro? How you doing tonight?
What's good? I'm good. How about yourself?
Doing good, sir, man. After last night, I'm doing lovely, bro. I told everybody, bro.
Say,
Told everybody
man,
what's popping.
I try to tell him. I've been saying that for years.
I know. Ryan wasn't ready, man. He talked a good game, but I mean,
Mm-mm.
you know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, you gotta give respect. I mean, he went and made the fight, so that's not a lot of thing about boxing nowadays. Nobody wants to make the big fight, so I mean, you gotta give him respect to that. But yeah, I mean, if you watched both of them fight, you knew Ryan wasn't ready. Wasn't even close to being ready. But
Not,
I
not
just
at
feel
all.
like the his fans is the one who pushed for that. He wasn't ready. Like like what Kevin Hart said.
Yeah, nah, he wasn't ready, man. And I know a lot of people were disappointed. They really thought that Ryan Garcia was gonna do it, but bro, I've watched
Yeah.
both of them, Tank and Garcia. I watched every single one of their fights, bro, and there was nothing in Ryan's fight tape that made me believe that he was gonna beat Tank. From
Right. I think what Go ahead, my bad. Go
oh
ahead.
no, I was just saying like it's Tank is a more well-rounded fighter. He's been in big like these big fights, man, and he's knocked out some of the top opponents,
Right.
in their
Right.
division.
Right. And then I think what a lot of people like get are misguided is when if you like look at Tank's past like six fights, you could see he was down on the scorecards, but Tank loses rounds to set up knockouts. Like, oh, that's how he does it. And sometimes he'll take the hit just to get the guy comfortable or see where to counter, and that's why he's that's why he loses like 3 or 4 rounds in a row, and people are like, "Oh, he was getting outboxed before he knocked it out." But nah, it was like that because Tank allowed that. That
Yeah,
he collects the data and
definitely.
then sets. Yeah, so I think that's why a lot of people thought, "Oh, well, Ryan's speed and length and they don't know how elite and high IQ of a boxer Tank is." I mean, just look at his sparring. If you watch his sparring videos,
Yeah.
he's elite. But yeah, that's why I was like, it's not even going to be close because Ryan's almost the complete opposite. He has world class talent, world class speed, but he fights like an amateur, head up, flat footed, wide hooks. I mean, that hook. Those. If you look at his resume too, who has he fought? I mean, Luke Campbell's a C plus B minus fighter. I mean, he has a gold medal and everything, but he's
Yeah,
never been
exactly.
able to win a title. Really, he's a top 10 contender, but that's about it.
And
And
he caught Ryan with a shot, put Ryan on his
yeah,
butt. But Ryan did get up in that fight, and he was able to come back and do what he needed to do. But Tank is a different beast because you could tell after that second
yeah,
round when Tank got him and put
right,
him on that canvas, the fight changed like instantly.
yeah. The
Ryan wasn't the same
Ryan
fighter.
was scared. I mean, he was scared to get countered. Like you could tell he was hesitant. Like it was like watching a kid fight a kid that's like boxed for maybe a year or two fighting
Yeah.
a top top pro, a grown man. That's why I keep telling people Tank's a grown man. Ryan's still a kid. That's why I was like, I don't even know why people were saying 50-50. People were
It,
just banking on that hook.
it's
But
because of
and,
the
you know,
power, is the power, the speed, and all that. That's why. I mean, even Tank said it
the
was
thing,
50-50.
yeah, but that's just Tank. Just being
Being
cautious,
humble,
promoting the fight.
being
Yeah, being
humble.
humble. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you're still not going to mess around because I mean that speed's no joke. But I mean,
But I
there's no
mean,
way
all
Ryan
right.
was.
But if in that fight was that speed at all affecting Tank? Because you could tell
Nah.
with those jabs that were being thrown, they were really quick, but Tank was
Yeah.
ducking everything.
Yeah. No. After I was actually pretty surprised Tank caught on, like got the rhythm quickly. Like we said though, I think that left hand in the beginning changed it all. And then obviously when you're hurt like that, you don't punch as explosive and snappy as fast. But I wasn't really a factor because I rewatched the fight
Yeah.
and those middle rounds when Garcia was able to recover and everything. It seemed like Tank had a good gauge on the speed, and he was flipping even some of those jabs. He was pulling back and countering a couple times, so it wasn't a factor at all.
Yeah,
And
no.
people underestimate Tank's fast too.
He's very fast. I mean, look at what he was
Yeah,
able to do. He was able to counter
yeah,
really, really quick.
yeah,
He's like
exactly.
he got all the skills of Mayweather, but way more
With that,
power.
ooh,
With
with
way more
that,
power.
yeah, explosive power. Yeah, exactly. And then that's why it's like you're gonna tell me a dude that only has a left. Mayweather's thing, he takes away your best shot. He takes away everybody's best weapon. You're gonna tell me a guy who doesn't, not a complete fighter, doesn't have, all he has is the left hook. That's all he has. That's all he's
Oh
proven to
yes.
have. And you're gonna tell me Ryan's gonna win with just one weapon? Like, no. That's
Yeah.
why like Santa Cruz is probably a better. Santa Cruz is a harder fight for Tank. Just the fact that Santa Cruz is a seasoned veteran power, and look,
I
and it
agree
wasn't
with
even
that.
close. Yeah, and he throws a lot of punches. He was just too small, but even then, like it was never in doubt. Tank was throwing that uppercut that whole fight, and then
Yeah.
ended up landing it. And what happened? That knockdown, that first knockdown with Ryan,
Hmm.
I was watching. It was the same thing. With if you see the Santa Cruz, he threw that straight right 3 times, and then that third time,
Yeah,
that's
the
when
third
Tank.
time he got him. Uppercut.
Yeah,
Ow. Oh, that was a
it,
nasty
you're
uppercut too, man.
yeah. Whew, went to sleep. That's
Man,
one of the best knockouts I've seen in a while.
yes,
Um,
bro. I know.
but Ryan threw that left hook 3 times before that third left hook he threw. He threw it 3 times in a row, and that third left hook. That's when Tank caught him. Did the same shit. Oh,
Yep.
I'm sorry, my bad.
No, you good. We on Twitch, bro. We good. We good, bro. Don't worry about it. We on Twitch. But
But man, I've been waiting for this for a long time. You don't know how long.
bro, so was I, man. It feels good, man. It's like a breath of fresh air in boxing again, man. Getting two prize fighters in their prime going at it. I
Yeah,
mean, obviously Ryan is still at the beginning of his career. Tank's still at the beginning of his career. They still got a long way to go. And I would love for these two to get back in the ring eventually. But obviously you
yeah,
could just tell it was kind of like Mayweather Canelo. It was like too early for Canelo
right,
to step in the ring and you see what happens, you know what I'm saying? But
right, exactly. But like just like Canelo, the fans and the hype kind of forced that fight to happen.
yeah,
Even though one fighter wasn't ready for it. And like if you think about it, what has Ryan done to earn that fight in the ring? That's why I was like saying, like he earned it through his popularity.
by
He didn't
calling
earn
him
it.
out, by saying
Yeah,
you ducking, you know what I'm saying? Using
and
it,
then
using
having
his
all
social
these
media skills
followers.
pretty much. He was using his
Right.
Jake Paul on his Jake Paul wave.
Exactly. And because if you think about his best win is a for Camel and Fortuna, but he
Yeah.
fought a Fortuna 2 years later. He pulled out. People forget he pulled out. He was supposed to fight him 2 years before, and he
And then
pulled
he had
out
the mental
because of
health.
mental.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mental health thing. And then after that, Fortuna was 38 or whatever, late 30s. So Fortuna was done by that at that point. But when I would have given respect if he beat Fortuna before he pulled out, because that's when Fortuna was he banged. I forgot who he beat, but Fortuna was doing pretty good then. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. It wasn't even all these people, the hype, and what I noticed too is you could tell um, Tank was getting into his head with the weigh-in. Like Tank was
Yeah, no, for
pulling
sure.
all the veteran moves, the rehydration clause, like everything,
You know
and
what's
Ryan just fell for everything.
you know what's funny though about everything leading up to the fight, the pre-fight interviews, the you know what I'm saying, the weigh-ins and all that. Everybody was saying this is how I know people never ever watched Javante fight or anything because they were like, Javante's scared. He looks scared. He's this. He's that. And I'm like,
Yeah,
that's just how he looks. That's just how he talks. And you know what I'm saying? I was even pointing it out like in the post fight. I was like, look at him. He looks the exact same as he did at the
right.
beginning. It's just how he talks. That's just how he is. He's a antisocial type of person. Like he's more
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? Like so
he doesn't like talking. He doesn't like
nah,
talking.
nah, for sure. You could tell. I mean, And but again, I'm a Tank fan, so like I've been paying attention. Like
Yeah,
I've
same.
been watching Tank for a minute. Again,
Mhm.
I don't have nothing against Garcia. You know what I'm saying? I'm Mexican, obviously, but bro, I already knew what was gonna pop off. I already knew what was gonna happen. And then Ryan just relied heavily on a left hook that was never gonna land.
Right. And everybody knew it. That's the thing. That's the thing. Everybody knew it, and he didn't do nothing to change. I thought maybe he would at least once I seen the all. I don't know if you watched the All Access leading up to the
I
fight,
watched the
the Showtime
first
all.
one.
Okay, yeah, they had two, but I mean, once I seen him with Goose and him doing the mitt work, I was like, he didn't even change a single thing. Like, you would think they would fix it. Like, same even when he was hitting mitts, flat footed. Like, yeah, it wasn't it.
He needs
It
to get
wasn't even
that
gonna be close.
bounce. He needs
Yeah,
to go he needs to get some footwork
the
training.
problem is like he's not. I mean, he needs to go back down and start fighting top 10 contenders again because there's nobody 135 to 140 154. He's not beating anybody, any champion.
Well, he said
Regis Prograis
he's
will
going
kill
up.
him.
He's going up.
Yeah, 140. But who's gonna fight? Josh Taylor. He ain't beating Josh Taylor or Regis Prograis, and he for sure ain't beating Bud and Spence. So like I don't know who he's gonna fight that he thinks he could beat
I don't
because
know.
it don't get easier. It doesn't get easier from there.
It doesn't get
But
easier. He
but like
def
you said, like I've been go ahead.
No,
Yeah.
no, no, go ahead. Finish up.
No, I was gonna say, like you said, I mean, I've been watching Tank since like 2015, and it's literally the same thing every time. And people just from the fight, like you said, the lead up to the fight, Tank doesn't like talk. He's actually really humble, and
Very.
people think like people misjudge him for his character. And yeah, he gets in all that trouble, but if you watch how he talks, like he's very analytical. He breaks down what he was thinking after the fight and he's humble and but he's awkward too. He don't like talking to people.
Yeah, no, he's very reserved, man. When it comes to talking and doing interviews, he's really reserved. One thing I like about
Yeah.
Tank, man, he's like probably one of the most humble like prize
Right.
fighters ever. Like he's the you got Mayweather who's flamboyant and crazy,
Right.
polar opposite of Tank. Like you know what I'm
Right. No,
saying?
I
Like
I, I agree.
and
I
but
agree. I had so many people that just hated on him because they thought like because he does look like they thought because he's like just a typical like Doug type of fighter, but
yeah,
once after they hear his interview and how humble he is, they're like, yeah, you know what? I actually like Tank.
definitely. Yeah, no, but man, it was a really good fight, man. Ryan has a lot of work to do. I know that I
Yeah.
think he just needs to stay off of social media, and I know that he got a lot of
Mhm.
followers and all that at XYZ. But if he really wants to take boxing serious, like I know he does, he's gonna need some time off away from social media and really be in the
Right.
gym working. He needs
Yeah.
to get
He has
away
the
from
talent.
trying. You got talent. Definitely got talent, and he definitely
Yeah.
got a nasty left hook. But obviously, I got to go back to the drawing board because Tank legit just outed you in your whole game.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, it wasn't something anybody else didn't know already. That's in the boxing game, I think. But he needs to go back. He needs to start. I don't think he should fight a champ for at least a year. Like he should have a world title fight for at least a year or two because he's not ready for any of the champions at all.
Well,
And
didn't he like skip fighting Devin Haney to fight Tank? He said
I'm,
that he didn't want to fight for a belt or something like that. Like he was saying
I know
this
he
like
He
last
called
year.
out Haney last year. Yeah, he called out Haney. Not the fight before Fortuna. He called out Haney. I remember that.
You know,
And then even
after the
leading up to
Fortuna, but after Fortuna, when he started calling out Tank, he said that he didn't want to fight Devin because he wasn't worried about getting a championship. That he said that's not what it means for him. He said that he wanted Tank because that's the
uh,
best fighter.
I mean, well, he's not ready for either one, so
I'm just
he
saying,
shouldn't. He should stay with
you
Haney.
know, man.
Yeah.
I
Honestly, I think at the end of the day, Tank and Shakir. Those are the two fighters that would be left in the
hey,
135.
Shakur got a mouth on him, bro.
Yeah.
He wants he's good. He's I think he just needs to bulk up a little bit, man. He's fighting what 130 right now. He has a
No, he
fight
just moved up.
to what 135.
Yeah, he hasn't been able to get a fight at 135 because he was
So
wanted to
does
fight Pitbull. He declined that.
so what's his next fight at? I thought it was at like 130
No,
against.
135.
Is it 135? Is it for a belt?
Well, he hasn't got a fight yet. He's been trying to
Yeah,
call
no,
out
he has a
people.
fight in like
Yeah.
2 weeks.
No, oh no, he just fought that Japanese dude actually last for one at 135. Was it last week?
Oh, that
Uh,
happened last week. I thought he just
yeah, last
man,
week
I
or
thought it
two
was
weeks
in like
ago.
2 weeks.
Nah, he knocked him out. But
Hold
he's
on,
trying
I'm
to
looking
fight
it up right now.
Pitbull Cruz. Yeah, it was a Japanese dude. I forgot his name, like Nikitashi or something.
Shakur the April 8th. Yeah, I'm tripping. It was that did it. That did just happen.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
Okay, okay. I missed it then.
But
So
he, but he's at 135 now.
he's at 135. So yeah, him and Tank would be good. I know that people are. I know that a lot of boxers are saying that Shakur is gonna beat Tank. But the next big one is the Haney Lomachenko.
Lomachenko. Yeah, that actually is going to be an interesting one. Um,
They're saying that Lomachenko's is washed. He's at the end of his career. That Haney's gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna knock him out, and
I
I
think
just
it's going to be a lot closer than
so do I.
people think, honestly.
So do I.
Yeah, I don't think it's not going to be an easy fight. That's why I was like, I don't even know if, I mean, yeah, Haney is the favorite, but I wouldn't, I wouldn't put my money on Haney. Like, I'm not sure about that fight.
I gotta do a little bit of more because I started doing my research, and so I can properly predict the fight. So like I've been doing watching the fights, doing my due diligence pretty much. Going back a ways, trying to see how like the early beginnings of a fighter, and then how like the progression. That's what I like to do, and
Yeah,
just to have like a well-rounded base assessment when it comes to doing a prediction. And then the same thing with Lomachenko. I gotta get all his fights and make sure that when I do a prediction, I know what I'm talking about because I'm already
right.
2-0 on the pod, man. I called the Benavidez fight. I said that was going
Oh
12. It
yeah,
went
that
12.
one too.
Um, this just called obviously the Tank Garcia against the guys. I think the guys they just want. I don't know what they wanted, man. I think they were just thinking something different about Ryan, but
They bought into the hype. That's all it was. They just bought into the speed and power and thought that's all he needed. And
and
just you
and
kind of
I kind of
convinced
knew.
herself.
I just really knew going in that if Ryan's chin gets touched, he's gonna go down, bro.
Oh
Like,
yeah, for
and
sure.
obviously that happened, and then that nasty liver shot, bro.
I know.
Tank. I did see the interview when Tank was pre-fight, where he was saying that Ryan got hurt to the body before, and that they seen the tape, and he was like telling the interview, he's like, tell Ryan, I know that he's been hurt to the body, and he's like, when in a fight, he's like, nah, he's like, Ryan knows, just tell him I know,
Yeah,
and he was like explaining it like that, like just getting it out there, and then I'm like,
yeah.
whoa,
And people don't understand that right side of your body,
liver shot.
where that liver. That's the softest spot. Like that's the most vulnerable. If you've been hit that side compared to your left side, it's a huge difference.
Now he
Like
got it,
it's the most sense. Just touch it. Like it's sensitive.
it connected perfectly, man. It
Yeah,
connected perfectly, and I know
yeah.
that like in real time it didn't look like anything, but
Mhm.
that's just it. Just shows
That's how it
it
goes.
just
That's how it
shows it
goes.
just shows the power of Tank and a
Yeah,
perfectly placed body shot right to the liver, and
yeah.
just what it does. It's just like a button on your body. Like here you go, shut down
Right.
real quick.
And you know what this fight honestly, this kind of gave me confidence with Tank against Shakir because Shakir is the only fighter I could really see like beating Tank. He
I,
has the skills and decent
he
enough power, but
he got skills, but he doesn't
Hayden
got the power.
he's got decent enough power. He's
I,
got
I
pop in his punches. He just
but
don't got
I've
knockout
actually
power.
so I've watched two of Shakur's fights already, and from what I seen, I'm like, okay, like I kind of get it, but I don't like. I personally
Did you
think
watch which one? Did you watch the Cuban one?
I watched when he won. I watched when he won
The last one?
the
Not this
not
one,
the
the one
Japanese.
before.
Yeah. I watched that
Yeah,
one,
that was a rough one, but that Cuban guy
but that's why I'm
that
saying
Cuban guy
like
beat Valdez.
But I'm just saying, that's what I'm saying. It's just like
Yeah,
I've seen some really good like work out of him, but
yeah,
I'm just not a full believer yet. I guess you know what I'm saying. Like
yeah.
it's
I mean, I watched him coming up when he first went pro because I watched him in the Olympics. I actually had money on him to win the gold medal, and he let me down in the final match.
it's gonna take a
um,
lot to beat Tank. Tank
yeah,
is a
no,
completely different. Not he doesn't just have skills using his hands, his feet, and everything else. His
yeah,
ring IQ is on another level.
it
Like
is. No, I agree, which
that
is why
man
like
is super smart in the ring.
right, which is why like after seeing like even this like because he put it on a masterclass boxing. I know, and yeah, Ryan was amateur, so it kind of made him look, but just he just put on a masterpiece performance. And so after seeing that, and you add on to his power, yeah, I think he'll take Shakir out. But watch some more Shakir fights. I'm telling you,
Nah,
Shakir
look,
Shakir is legit.
Give Shakur. I say if they fight next year, after Shakur has another couple fights in
Yeah,
135,
because he'll
let
beat
you
Hayden for sure.
know what I'm saying? Let him
Yeah.
handle some business in the 135 next year. Him and Tank, because Tank, I think Tank
That'll be the
is
fight.
gonna be the champion. Tank is gonna go
Yeah.
and be the champion. I think he's next up after Haney Lomachenko's over. Whoever wins, that's who Tank is fighting. We already
Oh
know
yeah,
that.
he'll be whoever winners. Because one thing about the Haney, it's I mean he has a great jab and good skills, but the lack of power is just no one's going to respect it, and Tank's not going to respect it, which means he's just going to either walk him down and just take his shit, take it, take a punch, take a couple to give one, or
But Tank doesn't. Tank is not the fighter to walk somebody down.
well walk him down with a high guard
You
with the
know, just based like because he just did it to Ryan.
yeah
He baits these fighters in so beautifully.
he he does that with people with power though. Like he did that with Rolly,
Oh,
and
he
he did
did.
that with
He did that
Ryan.
with Rolly.
Yeah, he did that with Rolly.
Yeah.
He did the Pacquiao.
It's
He did the
that
Pacquiao to Rolly.
it's that little subtle
Yeah,
half a step back.
yeah,
It's that little half steps that you go back, not full
yeah,
steps. He's like half stepping back. He's trying to get you to inch. He's inching you in every round,
yeah,
obviously, and that's exactly what just happened to Ryan. That's that second round, boom, boom, boom. Ryan thought he was doing something, but bro, like that's just
yeah.
him. That's Tank. He
If you
knows.
watch like even the Hector Garcia or Leo Santa Cruz, he walks in, not in the sense of walking down.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know how like
yeah,
walking
no.
down like just walking down with a
When he
high
got
guard,
in,
take the hits.
when he got into that, when he got him into the ropes, and then that's when
Yeah,
those three straight.
but
He had Leo just trying to get out of that corner, man. Like I seen what he had. No,
yeah,
he threw those, bam, bam,
yeah.
bam. That third one,
It's a different kind of walking down.
he timed that so perfectly. Where that
Yeah,
upper, like as soon as that hand came back, that uppercut was right there, and it was just the way that he twisted into it, where dude just went. I was like,
right.
bro, I've never seen anything like that. Like, and I've watched
Yeah.
all the greats. I mean, you see Marquez, you seen the Marquez knockout to Pacquiao. I mean, we've seen some knockouts, but that was
Yeah,
a special one. That's like up there
folded
top
him in the
five. You know what
corner,
I'm saying? You know
and
what
the
I'm saying?
commentary was perfect. The commentary was perfect because they were saying, "Oh, if they think Santa Cruz is gonna fold," and then right
Yeah.
when they
Oh yeah.
said
Yeah. Yeah.
that is when
Yeah.
he
You're
knocked.
right. You're right. They exactly at that at right then he folded,
The perfect timing.
bro.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. I
but
mean,
what I was trying to get at is when there's a lack of power. Like I've seen Tank when he's not worried about the power, he just comes with the high guard, just waits for the opening, lets you hit him, and just waits for the opening and kind of walks towards you, and then counters, starts does that for a couple rounds, loses the rounds. People are like, oh, he's getting outboxed, and, and then
well,
takes him
that's
out.
yeah. No. Yeah. He definitely. There are
So I
times
could see
that
him doing that with Haney.
there are times that he looks like he's losing, like against Rolly.
Yeah,
Rolly was winning that fight.
but he was still careful though. Yeah,
No,
Rolly had awkward power. Rolly had that power. Rolly had power like
like
and
Garcia.
almost like Tank, more than Garcia. Honestly, I think so. Just the awkward, and he's awkward. Like it's hard to fight an awkward fighter that's throwing weird shots. Those are the worst people to fight.
Yeah,
and those will make you work bad. But
I
those
think.
are people. But like Barrios, same thing.
Oh
He
yeah,
was
the
losing
Barrios
that fight.
fight. Yep,
Yeah,
he was losing that fight for a little bit. Yeah, no, I think that fight was closer than the Rolly fight. Like the
yeah, for sure.
that fight was I mean, he may have been down by a couple points. I think Rolly was like up like I want to say 3 or 4 rounds when
Yeah.
by the time the seventh it happened in the seventh or eighth, right, when he got knocked out. Seventh, I believe.
For Barrios.
No, for Rolly.
Oh, rolling. Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
seventh, I
that's what I'm
believe. I
saying.
believe it was a seventh.
I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
so. Rolly was up like by 4 rounds, I think, or 3 to 4 rounds
yeah. But
over
it was by
Tank.
design.
Yeah, no, I know, but you know what I'm saying. Like you could just tell. And then the Barrios fight, that one was, I want to say he was down, and that was it. Really depended on the judge, to be honest with you, because that one was
Yeah.
closer than people were saying. Like that Barrios fight was really really close. You know, Barrios just got beat up last year by Keith
I didn't.
Thurman.
I
You
didn't even know. I didn't even know he fought Thurman.
He fought
I didn't even see
Thurman.
that fight.
Barrios fought Thurman. He got beat up, bro. His face was like this after
Damn.
he moved up in weight after losing to Tank.
147. Yeah, but Tank just has so much belief in his power. He doesn't care about rounds. Like he don't care about winning rounds because he knows it's going to he's going. And why would you not? Why would you not? He's knocked out everybody, almost everybody, but
But
he broke
two,
his hand with Isaac. Yeah, Isaac. I don't know the other one, but the Isaac Cruz one, he broke his hand.
yeah, he
So
did.
yeah, but no, him. He's yeah. I don't see anybody beating him in within 135, 140, 130. No, no, but him. In a way, I don't see anybody beating in a way. And yeah, those are the two I think that are unbeatable right now.
Yeah, no, I
I'm gonna be
agree,
in a way fight.
man. I'm just. What do you like? All right, so now that it's this fight's out the way, what do you see boxing looking like for the next 10 years, for the next decade?
I'm hoping that this. I think this really all depends if Bud and Spence fight. This is all depending because this got to be a one off or this could start like. And we'll see the numbers of the pay per view buys and everything in the next couple of days. And um, but it all depends if Bud and Crawford gets made because that I think will carry the momentum because that's the biggest fight in boxing right now. This, but I think this was big because it's the first time. I don't remember the last time two prime undefeated fighters
Since
with
before
big
Mayweather, bro.
followings.
Since before Mayweather.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's been 15, 20 years or
Yeah,
even
man.
longer.
It's that
So if
the undefeated record ruined boxing.
right, it did, it did,
But with
unfortunately.
this,
And
and it I guess it really depends also too on how Ryan bounces back. Obviously, we know he's gonna
right,
bounce back, and people like obviously fighters are gonna look at that. But I really believe that this next decade, man, we're gonna see. I think boxing, like just got off on the right foot going for the next 10 years. I think
yeah.
this is that
And then
that first step
we've been
to
seeing it.
to getting there. And again,
Right, and then
we need to have these promoters stop giving a shit about a blemish on your record. As long as this fighter
yeah,
climbs, like obviously you go back down, but if you climb in the ranks and you're beating people, doing what you got to do, you need to get a shot at fighting the best again, regardless of of that blemish or not. And the fighters need to not be scared if you're undefeated.
yeah. The issue is the independent boxing's like the independent
Yeah,
contractors. UFC's
hmm,
like the NFL. They got one governing body, so you got to fight no matter what.
yeah, for
But
sure.
boxing, and then these promoters, some of these promoters, that fighter is all they got. So that's the issue right there.
It
There's
is,
just so many promotional.
but if we get away from people not
Yeah,
worrying about a blemish and just taking a fight, then
yeah.
then the promoters ain't gonna
And
have anything to
that's
worry
on the
about.
fans too. So the fans need to still the Ryan Garcia's fans need to stay Ryan Garcia's fans and watch his fights after this loss. Look, good. The good thing that's going for him, he's young, but like if people stop watching Ryan Garcia, that's not going to encourage anybody
I,
to
I'm
miss
I
their
may not
zero.
be a Ryan Garcia fan, but I'm definitely gonna keep watching him. Like what I'm saying,
Yeah,
I
no,
want to
I have
see
a
I
new
want to
respect
see
for him.
I want to see the climb back to the top. That's what I'm
Right.
that's what I'm gonna be watching in Garcia, is that that rise back to the top and what he does in these next couple years.
And that's why I think the Bud Spence, it's important for this to be made this year to
No, it
carry
needs
off
to
the
happen in
momentum. Because
June. It needs to
yeah,
happen in June. I think that's
yeah,
what they're trying to work
and
towards. And
they still haven't announced it.
with this fight that just happened, they're gonna be like, okay, you know what? We just need to get it done and make it happen.
I'm hoping because I think that'll be the real catalyst because
This
that's
was yeah,
actual a
no, this
real
fight was the
fight.
catalyst. This fight was the catalyst to get to there. And then once that fight
Yeah,
happens, boxing
and
is gonna just
that'll open
explode
the
again.
gates.
It's gonna
Yeah,
explode again.
and hopefully we'll see Canelo Benavidez. There's already a lot of good fights though. Like watch it's coming up in July. It got delayed, but Fulton Inoue, watch that fight too. Check that fight
I'm
out.
watching boxing. Bro, I'm back to boxing. I've been watching a lot
Okay.
of boxing, bro. I just watched Benavidez win. I just watched that fight against
Yeah.
Plant. Plant's done. I
Who
think
you
Plant's
got with
done.
him and Canelo?
Who? Out of Benavidez and Canelo?
Hmm.
If they fight,
Yeah.
if they fight this year, man,
Yeah.
it's a good one. It's gonna be tough. I,
I've always said
I,
Benavidez
it really
at this
depends.
point.
It really depends because, yeah, I know that Caleb Plant was winning at the beginning of the fight when they just fought, and I know that it was by design, obviously, to let Plant take the first couple so Benavidez can get it in his groove. But how do you do that against Canelo? Like,
It's
how do you get it into like how do you just let Canelo take the first couple and let Canelo get into a groove?
I don't think he's gonna do that
No, that's my
with
point.
Canelo.
That's my point.
Yeah.
So does Bennett all right, if Benavidez starts off fast, is he gonna be able to finish strong?
Yeah, so I've been watching Benavidez since he was young too. I've always said I think Benavidez would be the one to beat Canelo. I mean, Bivol obviously did it already, but um, but it's just Benavidez got that dog in him.
No,
Like
I
it's
know
a
he does.
different. He got
He
like
look at what he just did to Plant, bro. Like
yeah,
I
and he's
commend Plant.
explosive.
I commend Plant for sticking it in. I commend Plant's corners for not throwing in the towel, for saying, "Hey, go ahead and finish it out, man." I
Yeah,
respect that camp and Plant so much for allowing that to happen because I know how much that meant for Plant not to have them throw in the towel, and for like
yeah,
you know what I'm saying, like for him to finish that fight. But
yeah,
Benavidez beat from 7 on. It was all Benavidez.
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
But I
But
think
that's when like
it's a complete different game plan when you go up against Canelo. And I know you got Canelo fighting bums right now, so you never know.
yeah, and with Canelo though, if you watch the fights he struggled with, well, obviously he struggles against like Erislandy Lara, Floyd Mayweather. He struggled with guys who can move, but also he likes to take breaks. He's an explosive fighter, but
Yeah, no, he definitely takes
at
breaks.
spots, he's at spots. So like Triple G, that first fight, he only fought in spots. And Bivol wouldn't let him take a break. Bivol every time he took a break, Bivol jabbed the shit out of him.
And that's why
Like
he lost. But
yeah,
also,
and
you
then
could tell that the Bivol fight, bro. You could tell like Canelo he wasn't himself. Obviously, going up in weight, going to a whole nother weight class, trying that out, and then obviously he changed his diet. He changed. I forgot what he went to when he went to like vegan or something at the same time. Like he ended up doing
yeah,
something. Like he ended up changing a lot. Like obviously all those play into a factor, and you could just tell, bro. By like round 5, he was sluggish. He wasn't throwing no punches. Like Canelo just looked dead tired in that fight. And
yeah, but at the same time, though, that taking breaks in fights and having trouble with people with good footwork,
yeah, no,
that's been the
the good
same his whole
footwork, yes,
career.
no, for sure. But you know
And
that
it,
Bivol fight though, you could just tell Canelo just wasn't that wasn't the Canelo that I was used to watching.
I don't think he shouldn't fight Bivol again. Bivol's just too big. Bivol's just too big, and he's sound. Bivol's fundamentally sound. He's a good boxer.
Yeah,
So
no, I
he
agree.
his
I seen what he
defense is
did to him.
tight. Yeah, his defense is tight. Him and Beatriv, that's a good fight.
But I think that's
But
what Canelo
Benavidez,
wants, though. That's what Canelo wants. I
yeah,
think, Canelo's like, he just, he's a fighter, man. He wants the challenge, and
yeah,
I commend Canelo for that. You know what I'm saying? Like he wants the
yeah,
challenge. He don't give a fuck. Like he's going gonna do what he's gonna
Yeah.
do. But him and Benavidez will be definitely a good fight, and obviously it'll be in Canelo's like actual weight class, not trying to go up or anything.
Yeah, well, a little above. I mean, he was Canelo's at 154 damn near
You know
most
what I'm
of his
saying?
career. Then he moved up and 168. It'll be at 168, yeah. But I don't know. I just see Benavidez, just his explosiveness, his footwork, and just his mentality. I think he's gonna take it. There's certain fighters where it's like you can't see him just that dog in him. You can't see him folding at all. And a lot of Canelo's opponents fold. Well, I mean, he like you said, he's been fighting bums lately,
And his next
so
fight's
that's all
against a
you're seeing is
bum.
people fold. Yeah, Ryder. Yeah, even the Kovalev was already done after Ward. Like I didn't even give him props with the Kovalev
Yeah, no, I know
fight.
that. I know that the. I'm not even covering that fight, man. I don't even care about that fight. It's a Cinco de Mayo fight. It's a cash grab. Mexicans are gonna just get it just because it's Canelo, but I'm
Just
not.
Canelo. Yeah,
I'm not
it's
worried
just
about
it's just
that
like
fight.
it's just like any entertainment where the that's why like you see music artists they start getting lazy because they know people are gonna buy it anyways.
Yeah,
So can yeah, I
but I
mean
think it's. I think this is a he has to defend the title, right? That's what's going on with this fight. This next fight.
yeah, but Canelo's big enough that you get to the point where you're big enough that the commissions will listen to you if you really wanted to make a Benavidez fight or a top dog like a
Maybe
Charlo
it's just,
or a
and
Charlo
also it
fight.
could just be like a warm up fight, just to get back in that ring after. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I mean he fights the same May set the Independent Cinco de Mayo on Independence Day every year, so I
I
don't know.
know.
I feel you should be. I feel like you're just trying to find an excuse to lie, but
I'm just excited for it. So the only fight that
yeah,
I feel is going on next month is Haney Lomachenko, bro. That's the only
Haney,
one that I.
that's a good one.
That's the only one I care about next month. But
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Spence and Crawford to just hurry up and be locked in, man. Wait a minute, it's like what 3, 4 years that we've been waiting for this fight.
4 years, yeah. I mean, even made an article on it 4 years ago. 2000, no, 5 years.
Yeah.
2017. I
Oh,
made
there
an
you go. Yeah, you're
article.
right.
Yeah,
5 years. It's been that long, bro.
yeah,
If they would have
yeah.
fought in their prime, bro. Oh,
Oh man, it would be a trilogy. We'd be on the third fight by now.
exactly. We're
Guaran-
still trying to get to
Guarantee it.
one, bro.
Who do you who do you got in that one?
Spence and Crawford. That's a good question because I mean, obviously, if you would have asked me back then, I think I would have said. I think Spence would have really got him.
My answer's been the same even back then.
Crawford.
I just think not Spence.
Not now, bro. I just watched Spence almost lose in one of his fights.
He didn't lose. Come on, he didn't lose. He got
I
caught when
said
he was looking
almost.
away.
I said
He didn't. He
almost.
broke the dude's eye. He broke the
Hey,
dude's eye.
nah, hey, there was a questionable that in the what was it round 3 or 4? It was at
Caught when he wasn't looking. Yeah, the
yo,
mouth
it's
guard went away.
pretty questionable, bro. Like, hey, you got to keep your guard up at all times. He gets caught, and
Yeah.
then next
Okay,
thing
he
you
made a
know,
mistake.
the ref is right there, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what is going on here?
Luke shot though, but
Hey,
after
it
that,
don't
he
matter.
just whooped the,
Hey, a
he
shot
whooped the
is a
shit out of
shot. He
Ugas.
did. He sure
I
did.
get it.
But he almost.
You
That's
could
why I
say
said
that
he
with
almost.
Crawford and Gamboa.
I said he almost lost. But yeah, no. But uh, now, man, I don't know. You got Crawford. Ain't Crawford's holding the title, right?
No, they both. So Spence got 3 titles and Crawford's got one.
Crawford got the one. Are they gonna? So it's gonna be unified.
Yeah, Spence did all the hard work. It's gonna be undisputed. It's for all of them. Spence did all the hard work. He got all 3 belts, beating one champion each, and then Crawford just had the WBO from Top Rank that from Jeff Horn and just been
On
defending it against
I
nobodies
just think it's
besides
definitely
Porter.
it's
Besides
definitely
Porter.
gonna be one of those fights where people are gonna be like talking. It's gonna be split down the
It's
middle
a
like
50
this.
fit. That's a real 50-50 fight.
It's gonna be split
Yeah.
down the middle. You're gonna. It's just like this Tank Garcia where it was split 50-50, where you got everybody saying like, oh, like it was half Garcia, and then half Tank. I was just like, okay, and no, but the Crawford
This is a
Spence,
legit 50-50.
yeah,
But
no,
I just think Spence. So and I wrote this in my article. Crawford is he finishes, but he fights off of emotion, and he gets a little wild sometimes.
he definitely
And
does
he
get. Yo,
finishes.
no, I agree with that. Oh, I definitely agree with that because I just watched I think I watched a couple of Crawford's last fights, and you could tell
Yeah,
like he gets like he gets mad when he gets hit
Gamboa,
good.
perfect,
He
exactly.
gets mad
Perfect,
when he
perfect
gets hit.
example.
He gets
And
fucking. You could just see it in his face. He's like, oh, and then he's like, you could tell
yeah, and
definitely.
Spence's calm, same demeanor,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
tight,
yeah.
same demeanor all the time. He just breaks you down. He's like a machine that just keeps coming and coming. And watch Crawford versus Jose Benavidez,
I think I seen that
David's
one.
older brother.
I seen that one.
He had trouble with that range. He had trouble with Jose Benavidez' range
I think I seen that
because
one.
he's a taller, longer, and Spence is a big fighter. Spence walks around at 175. They call him weight bully because he moves down. He's like Ryan fighting that lightweight.
Yeah, I did watch that one. I did watch the Crawford Jose Benavidez one.
Yeah, he knocked him out in the 12th round, but before that, he was having trouble with Jose's range. That right there, after that fight, I'm like, Spence got this, even though that was like 4 or 5 years
Hey
ago.
man, it. You never know, man. Like I said,
Yeah, true. You never know.
if it happened, if it happened, like I said, the 4 or 5 years ago when it was supposed to happen, bro, Spence would have got it done
Yeah,
easy. But now, bro,
yeah.
you're a little bit older. Both of them are a little bit older.
Both of them
Crawford,
older. Both of them are older.
that's why I said
Yeah,
both of them are older. But Crawford, they both been doing work. They both been doing damage, man. So
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I just want to see that fight. I've been wanting to see that fight.
yeah.
That's gonna be a
That'd be
blockbuster
the
for
biggest fight
sure.
since Pacquiao Mayweather. That's
And
been it, and it'd be when they could both beat each other still.
exactly. I mean, they're not out of their like primes. They're still
Mm-mm.
they're not past it yet. They're not old men. They can
No,
they can still bang. They both got hands.
yeah,
They both got power. They're both nasty in the ring, man.
yeah. So if that fight gets made, that makes this whole year probably
Supposed
the
to be
best year in boxing
supposed to be in
in
June.
this millennium.
Supposed to
They
be in
say they
June.
haven't announced it yet.
Supposed
So
to be.
I fell for fool me once or fool
I
me
seen that.
twice,
Yeah,
shame
yeah,
on
yeah.
me.
No, I feel you.
Yeah, because last year they were supposed to agree to it, and then it fell
It was
apart.
supposed to happen in
Uh,
October.
yeah, and then it fell apart. So it's like until I hear it's signed, I'm not even. Even then, I'm skeptical until they get in the ring. At this point, but
Um, hold on, real
look at
quick.
Inoue Fulton.
So
That's a good one.
wait. So Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford will reportedly face each other in the boxing ring in June. This is on Bleacher Report.
When was that?
This
They're
was
supposed to announce it after the Tank fight.
April. This was April 4th. Yeah. Anson Wainwright
Yeah,
of the Ring reported Tuesday the fight will take place between Spence, who is the IBF, WBA, and WBC title holder, and his WBO counterpart in Las Vegas on June 17th. And
no one's announced it yet
an
though.
official announcement could be made April 22nd at the fight between
Right,
Davis Garcia. Most likely, we'll probably get the full announcement come Monday.
this week. Yeah, I'm
So,
hoping.
and
I'm
the whole,
crossing my fingers.
I guess everything that was going on, the fight will happen after extended contract negotiations started because Crawford's deal with Top Rank expired, which allowed him to negotiate with the PBC, Premier Boxing Champions.
Yeah, and then he went with that. I think he signed a contract with that BLK network.
Yeah,
Yeah, but yeah, hopefully it happens. I mean,
we should be
I
getting the
just don't
news
want to
this
get my
week.
hopes up.
We should be getting the
Yeah,
news this week, bro.
that's the fight. That I wanted. I was that's the Pacquiao Mayweather of this generation. And at a time like said where they both could beat each other. That's a real 50-50 fight. That's a fight where no one's at fault for going for either thinking either fighter is gonna win.
Yeah, no, you definitely just that's the may the best man win in that one because that one's gonna be good. I'm not
Yeah.
betting on that fight because I don't.
No,
It's gonna be too
I'm
much.
not betting either.
It's too up in the
I know I
air.
sound confident with Spence, but I mean Crawford's a dog too, so
Crawford is
Craw-
definitely a dog.
yeah,
You
Crawford's an
can't.
elite fighter.
Yeah, no, like the Tank Garcia, I already knew. Like you just know, but that fight, you don't know. They're both
Yeah.
they're both ring generals, bro. They both got high IQs. They both
They both dominated everybody they faced.
hey, exactly, man. They both got nasty power, bro. So I'm just
Yeah, no
looking
that
forward to just watching that one and enjoying it. I'm definitely gonna. If it once it does get announced, I'm definitely gonna have to do a prediction on it. So I hope I do
yeah.
predict it right.
Mine's suspense, but I'm not betting on it. Like you said, I'm just going to enjoy it. I'm just going to enjoy that fight because that'll be a treat. Put on your calendar though. I don't. It's sometime in July. Inoue Fulton. That's probably the next fit. That's a 50-50 fight too.
Let me see here. Hold on. Boxing schedule. Is it on ESPN?
Should be, yeah. But I think it's gonna be at like 5 p.m. on Tuesday.
Stephen Fulton, Noi. Yep. 12 rounds. It says July 25th.
Yeah, July 25th. Yeah, that's gonna be a great one.
That's a Friday night.
And is it a Friday night? Oh, okay, so they changed it. I thought it was gonna be like a Tuesday morning because it's in Japan.
Wait,
But
July. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm tripping. It is. It is. It is. Sorry, July 25th.
yeah,
I was looking at the wrong.
yeah, it's gonna be at like 6 a.m. or 5 a.m. But in a way, I don't know if you've seen him fight. He's like if Pacquiao had Mayweather skills, like just the punch placement, his in and out, his IQ, but he has the power and speed. If
Yeah.
Pacquiao was a great boxer, that's in a way. That's the best way to explain it.
So we got actually two fights on May 20th. One on ESPN Plus pay per view, Devin Haney versus Vasily Lomachenko,
Lomachenko.
and then we got Chantel Cameron versus Katie Taylor, women's
Oh, Katie
for
Taylor is a
the,
dog.
the junior welterweight championship. Those are both May 20th. June 10th, we got Josh Taylor versus Teofimo Lopez.
Ooh, that's a good one.
For
That's a good one.
this is for Taylor's WBO junior welterweight title.
Ooh,
And
I would have to go with Taylor, but yeah, I'll have to go with Taylor.
July 25th is the Stephen Fulton versus Noya. How do you say it?
Yeah,
Noya.
no, in a way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there you go.
in a way.
I can't, man.
Yeah.
Son, I be butchering names on here, bro. I couldn't say what's his name from Jaguars for the longest, the running back. What's his name? Travis Etienne. I couldn't say Etienne for the
Oh,
longest freaking
ETA,
reason. Yeah.
yeah.
And then August 5th. I don't even want to say this one. This ain't even a boxing match. August 5th, we got on Dallas on the Zone pay-per-view out of Dallas, Jake Paul versus Nate Diaz. Garbage.
That's garbage. And you know what the thing about the zone is? They advertise when they first started. They're like, "Well, we'll never charge pay per view. That's why we pay us every month."
And
And
now
now they're charging pay per view.
they're doing what ESPN's doing.
Yeah.
But how do you like? Let me ask you this, man. What are your thoughts on the YouTube era of boxing, bro?
I don't know. I might be in the minority on this, but I actually really do think it's good for boxing.
Think
Honestly,
it's good for boxing?
yeah, I think it's good. I think it's good for boxing because it just brings people that weren't into boxing. Like I just seen this YouTuber react to the Tank Davis and and I know Ryan's a social media guy too, so that might be the reason why. But I seen this YouTuber react to that an actual boxing match, and all his other videos were just those YouTube KSI Jake Paul
Yeah.
fights, those misfits that just happened a week ago. So I just think it's good because it gets people into boxing,
You know
no
what I need
matter
to do? I
it's
need to do like a YouTube reaction channel for boxing, bro.
that would be good. That would be tight.
Only for
That's
boxing
a
though,
lot
not
of
like real boxing, not like YouTuber boxing. I'm not into
yeah,
like,
yeah, YouTube reaction. Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
I don't
But
pay for those. I just watch them on TikTok or like you know what I'm saying. I'll catch them
I'm
on
not gonna
YouTube.
lie. I watched the Jake Paul fights, but I don't pay for them either.
I catch them on TikTok, bro, or
Yeah.
on YouTube after when it's
I
done.
just find someone that buys that's dumb enough to buy it, and I
I
just go
ain't paying for those, bro. It's not for me. Like I'm not buying
but
those.
in a sense of overall, like it has brought attention to that from casual fans to boxing, and that's more money and for box that's
It's
more.
I mean, if there's a way to correlate the analytics from YouTube boxing to actual boxing, like if we're somebody's able to get the numbers correct and show
Yeah,
like in a way where it says okay, we have all these YouTube fans of these of these YouTube personalities that actually started switching over and started watching actual like real fighters, and like if we were to able to do that and get correlate the data, get it all,
yeah,
and I would be able to have a better opinion on it, I guess.
It'll probably even be a low percent, probably maybe like 5 or 10% of
Yeah,
people
see,
that actually stay and
the
watch real
only thing
boxing.
the only thing that really gets me is that Jake Paul is making tons of money, and I get it. It's because he's a YouTube personality. He's built himself a brand on YouTube and
Yeah,
TikTok and all that, Disney Channel, whatever. But I feel like it takes away from other boxers, like actual professional boxers who are in this to be like a big name rather than just a cash grab. You know what I'm saying? Like for like a Jake Paul, like his brother, um, like a KSI. Like I feel like they're
yeah.
just in it for a cash grab. They're just in it like, hey, my name's KSI. I'm gonna go box this person, or I'm Jake Paul. I'm gonna go fight Nate
I get it,
Diaz.
and it kind of does, but at the end of the day, the only way to get to back is to make the big fights. Because at the end of the day, a real big prize fight will trump that easily.
Like this Tank
So
Garcia fight.
yeah, exactly. Like the Tank Garcia fight. Yeah,
Look,
that'll trump that easily. It
look.
won't even be close.
What I look at this is what I'll say, man. If if Jake or one of these YouTube boxers really wants to take this sport seriously, then go fight for an actual belt in your weight class.
See, that would be too disrespectful.
Nah, no, it
That
wouldn't. No, it wouldn't.
no,
You know why it wouldn't?
that
Because look, I would respect you more. I would respect you more as somebody that's in it in this game to actually like be a boxer rather than going to fight some ex
but
UFC wrestlers
but
that
what you're go ahead, my bad.
no, it's just I'd rather have that. I'd rather see like a Jake Paul actually go into a weight class, start from the bottom, and start
Yeah.
fighting real fighters. Not like you know what I'm saying, not like all these people, but like actually work their way up to a title shot. Not because you're gonna use your YouTube personality fame and what you're gonna bring in
I
as
mis I
numbers.
misunderstood
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah.
I
No, not
misunderstood you.
yeah,
I thought you
no,
meant just go straight
no,
fight a
not
title
straight
fight. So
into
I
it.
was like,
Nope.
that'd be
No,
that take away from a real fighter
no,
getting a title
work your
shot.
way
Yeah.
up. Work. You better start
Yeah.
from that bottom. And I know that
Yeah.
your pay cut, your payday is not gonna be like what you think. But if you're really serious about boxing and you seriously want to do this and you want to be respected, that's how I feel like you'll be respected. Is if you
Yeah.
go fight real fighters and go try to earn yourself a title shot. But he's not gonna do that because he's not a real fighter. He got knockout
Yeah. But
power.
and
He got knockout power. We know.
I see it different. I just see it as a whole separate thing. Like I see it as okay, that's YouTube boxing.
Yeah,
That's
it's
a
like a
whole
clown. It's
separate
like a
thing.
circus, bro. It's an act. It's
Yeah,
an
but
exhibition
I don't
match.
even pay attention. I just watch. I see it as entertainment and like whatever, just to see two people. Like you know how you watch backyard boxing type of thing. Just
Yeah,
get
yeah,
the one
yeah.
thing that's fun about amateur boxing is you get all these wild shots and people get you don't know who's getting knocked out.
That makes
But
sense.
yeah, so I just see it. I don't see it as relating affecting boxing like that. I only see it as a positive, maybe bringing people casual watchers. But the people that really are serious
Stragglers.
about boxing, yeah, the real people, right? Exactly. The real the real people that are serious about boxing don't take it serious anyway. So it's not that big of a deal. Compare. It's not tainting the sport. I
I
don't
just,
see it as tainting the sport.
but I just feel like if you want to like really show your love to the sport, and you're gonna if you go
Yeah,
to if look think about it this way though, if Jake was to take his star power, really go fight people that are in these weight divisions to go fight for a title, do you not that though that will bring more eyes to the actual sports than
that
to
is
the
true.
YouTube sports world?
That's a good point. That's a real good point. If he did that, he would be all every boxer, everybody in the boxing community will respect him because he's bringing attention to real
Way more
boxers, like you
attention,
said,
yeah. And if
that wouldn't be known.
yes, exactly. Like the people that are like, making their way, they're making their names. That's what I feel like that's what
Yeah,
Jake got to do. But it's not going to do that. They're just in it for, he's just in it so he can get rich. And
yeah, get the money. But at the end of the day,
not
prize
hating.
fighting is
Yeah,
entertainment.
no,
It
I'm
is
not
an
hating. Yeah,
entertainment
I'm not
business.
hating. It's just like, bro, I would respect you more if you went to go do it the proper way rather than just
No, I agree. And honestly, thinking of that, that actually would, yeah, that would be great. That would be every everybody would respect him if he did that to bring attention to these up and comer fighters that might
exactly.
not be known. I
Yeah.
know he did just sign a really good prospect, Ashton. Um, H2O. Let's look him up. He's only 18, but he's like 11-0 with 10 knock or 12-0 with 11 knockouts. He's legit. I know a lot of people that a couple of people that know him, and he's pretty. He's a legit contender.
Ashton Slive or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. He's got like a unique style too. Hasn't fought no one yet, but he's really talented.
To most
I know Jake
valuable
Paul just signed him.
promotions MVP.
Yeah, that's Jake Paul's promotion.
That's my point, man. He's like trying to do all this, and I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. He got
It's
the big
money.
name. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I just feel like
but no,
a lot of it is just I
I
don't
don't
know.
see it. I don't see it tainting because I don't see it as I don't take it seriously. It's entertainment. I don't take it seriously at all.
I
So
guess I'm just more. I don't know, man. You know me. I'm just more into the
it
original
doesn't
style of
bother me.
boxing, man.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me because it's so easy to ignore. Like, but there's so many other good. There's so many good fights happening this year. You had
Oh,
the
I know
Caleb Plant,
exactly.
and you had the Fulton in a way, Loma Haney. Like, I don't even pay attention to that. Like, I'll watch it just for fun, not for free.
Yeah,
But it doesn't affect how I view boxing, or it doesn't. I don't see it as tainting the legacy. Those who those who are into boxing is not going to take that seriously at all. Just like they had charity boxing matches all the time. Kind of the
yeah.
same
No,
thing.
I get the See, that's the difference. So it's going to a charity.
Yeah.
it's not. It's not going to somebody's pocket.
But nah, I mean, this year I think is the big year for boxing, especially at Bud Spence. But at Bud Spence, that what you asked me about, where you asked the next 10 years, that'll really push whatever direction it goes.
Yeah, no, I'm just. I feel like we're on a good trajectory, bro. I feel like boxing is back.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like. I feel
Yeah,
like boxing is back.
remember the days? Remember the days when you and me used to argue about Pacquiao and Mayweather all the time? So I'm not gonna lie, those
I
two
wish.
actually carried the sport.
I wish. Yeah, they did. They did. I just wish that that happened in their prime, not when it did.
Yeah. Honestly though, like watching that fight, I was actually it's I still liked it. Like people thought it was boring, but it was some high level stuff going on in that. And if you look at the rounds that Pacquiao won, he won decisively. He only won 3 or 4 rounds at the 4 rounds at the most, but
Yeah.
you don't see people winning rounds decisively against Floyd like that. And you could tell Floyd meant business when he got in that ring. Every time from the first round, that hard right hand, counter right hand, every time Pacquiao even thought about throwing the left hand, he
Yeah,
meant
he
business.
took it serious, man. He knew what's up. He knew that Pacquiao was dangerous, at what age they were
Yeah,
at. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I'm definitely. I just really I really don't care about the 50-0 records, man. We just real I think that's the thing that we gotta
just
stop
fight.
worrying
Yeah,
about, bro. Exactly.
yeah.
Stop worrying
It's a
about
one
being
off.
Mayweather. There will never be another Mayweather,
It's a one
at
off.
least in our generation, and unless it might be Tank. We might get two in a generation, but that it's a very big if. Tank still got he's only
Right.
28 years old. There's a long way to
Yeah.
go for Tank.
Right. Yeah. Long way to go to 50-0 too.
Exactly, a long way to go. So until and
That's yeah.
I just I just hope that Javante continues down the path that he's going. He wants to take these fights.
Yeah.
Garcia is
And
willing
that's
to
the
take
good
these
thing.
fights.
I'm glad he left Mayweather Promotions because now he can freely fight whoever he wanted to fight.
Well, he kind of didn't. He was with Mayweather Promotions this last fight.
Well, he was with, but he's not under him though. They're
Nah,
just, I
he
mean,
was
that's
just
his
doing business
mentor.
with them. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he still got now he's GTD, and I'm glad now because when he was under Mayweather, Mayweather's going to control his career, and
Yeah.
he'll do it the right way for Javante, best way for Javante, but not necessarily for boxing.
Yeah, no, I agree because that's exactly what Mayweather did. He did it the best way for himself and not the sport. But hey, that's the fighter's prerogative, right? I mean, when you're what 39-0, 40-0, and 35-0, whatever.
The A side.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
can
Like,
choose whoever you want to fight. You're the draw. Just like that. That's the same reason why that rehydration clause and everything. Javante was the A
They
side,
they both, but
and
they both could not get past 146. That was in the
right,
thing.
exactly,
It was for both of
exactly.
them.
People forget that.
It was
Yeah,
for
people
both of
forget
them.
that.
Not just for Ryan, bro. It was for both. They both could not weigh in past 146.
Exactly. And if you there's the belt, the IBF, one of the four belts, IBF, mandatory, you can't go above 10 pounds on fight day. So it's the same if he had the IBF. If it was for the IBF belt, it would have been the same thing. But the thing about Ryan's, he has a lot of casual boxing fans that don't watch boxing,
Exactly.
that just follow him on Instagram. So that they knew what they were doing by mentioning that. They had that excuse already. They already they complained about it when they signed the fight. They knew what they were doing. They
Exactly.
gave the yeah.
Ryan
That's what I
just
was like.
wanted
I
to.
already know what the
You know what he's doing. He just, just drawing attention and doing what he got to do, bro. At the end of the day, that's what they got to do. They got to talk. They got to sell it. They got to, you know what I'm saying? And they sold the
yeah
fight. They definitely sold the fight.
yeah
Ryan
yeah.
talked a great game. He did. He almost had me like second guessing myself for a minute, bro. I ain't gonna
Like, why
lie.
is this guy so confident?
I was
Like,
like,
what does he
hey,
know that I don't
I was
know?
like, Ryan's way too confident, bro. Hey, but salute to Ryan, bro.
And
Like for real.
he made the fight. He made that fight. That fight doesn't happen without Ryan Garcia. Ryan was the one, because honestly, Tank really don't have no reason to fight him besides to shut everybody up, to shut Ryan up, because
Yeah,
Ryan didn't earn that fight through his boxing resume at all. So yeah, that fight does not happen without Ryan Garcia. You have to respect him for that. But I was the same way. I was like, dang, dude, what does Ryan know that I don't know? Because why is he so confident? But
very
he was
confident.
the same Ryan. He was the same Ryan. Like Mike Tyson said, you gotta everybody got a plan till you get hit in the mouth.
Man, and his plane went right out that window after he got cracked in the
At the
mouth.
same, honestly, I gave. So I text my cousin. My cousin was when that fight got signed. My cousin was like, I haven't been this hyped for a long time. Blah blah. Blah. So I was like, how you think it's gonna go? So what I told him, I said, I think the first 5 rounds, Ryan Speed will give him some problems, and then he'll knock him out in the eighth round, which is what I've been saying all along. I was 1 round off, but I
We
gave Ryan
both were
too
one
much
round
respect.
off. We were both one
Yeah,
round off. I had that. I
I
called it
give.
an 8. I actually at first, so I initially said it was gonna go 12, but after watching the conferences and then the weigh in and then
Yeah,
that ESPN joint, I was like, oh, wait a second. I said Javante is ready to like murk dude. I was like, oh, he's knocking him out in 8. I
yeah.
switched my
Oh,
answer.
yeah. There's no way I would think it would go 12 because one Javante always knocks out his guy, but two, Ryan's proven to he doesn't have the best chin. He can't take a shot, and he leaves his chin out there. And I don't want to say this because you have to respect his boxing. I mean, he was he did beat 23 fighters, but
Yeah.
he's kind of soft. And when it comes to those elite fighters, he's soft. So if you got a soft kid going up against a killer, a grown man that's a killer, like there's no way Ryan's surviving that.
Yeah, man. There was some. It was a good fight though. It was a good fight for what it
Yeah, no,
was.
I'm glad it was made.
For what it
I'm glad
was.
it was made. Look how many people. I hope it did over 1 million pay-per-view buys. I'm hoping it does because that'd be great for boxing. That'll make people want to make the fights.
Tank Garcia pay per view buys. Let's see if it's already out.
Hopefully,
Um,
usually it comes out within a day or two.
it had a truly impressive. Hold on, man. Let's see.
Or at least like 700,000.
It says in total, Tank is expected to take home around 10 million. His opponent Garcia is about gonna earn 2.5. However,
Damn, 10 million. Grand.
his actual payout will be much higher since he is expected to have a 50% stake in pay per view numbers. Hold on.
Whoo, 50%. Damn.
Yeah.
Usually it's like 20%.
Hey man, he got a good team.
Yeah, right.
Where is it at?
They ain't released it yet.
Nah, trying to see. Nope, nothing really yet. I want to see what they're. Um, let's see, man. Well, yeah, no, I don't think they really have the numbers out yet, but it's once we'll have it for Friday
I
though
think
for
it'll do
sure.
good.
I want
Yeah,
it's probably it made it made money. I'll tell you that though.
yeah,
I
no, oh for sure. I'm just hoping it does over 1 million because 1 million. That's what Pacquiao Mayweather would bring. A 1 million Pacquiao Cole. Those are the
I think it did.
top prize fight type
I
of.
think it did make
Yeah,
over. It had to have because I know everybody that that's
everybody
all
and
I
their
see.
mama was buying that fight.
Everybody on
Yeah.
Twitter, everybody on Twitter, everybody on Instagram, like TikTok, bro. This joint was everywhere. Everybody, oh my god, my whole Twitter feed, bro, was Tank Garcia, Tank
Tank
Garcia.
Garcia,
Hey,
Tank
bro,
Garcia.
everybody was clowning Garcia for his walkout music, and then
Um,
when Tank came out with Chief Keef, bro, everybody was like, "Oh yeah,
so
Tank's winning."
yeah. I'm not gonna lie, Ryan, and it's probably just nerves, but he my dad when I was watching it with my dad was like, Ryan looks scared on there.
Yeah,
And I
no,
mean
you could
Tank does
tell,
have that Tyson effect. Tanks are Mike Tyson. Tank
bro.
is our Mike Tyson.
The face off, bro, at the weigh-ins.
Yeah, yeah,
You could
yeah.
see
And
Garcia was a little timid in that. He wasn't like
yeah,
it's not like how he was popping shit before, like the couple days before. You could
right at
tell
the
he
press
was like
conference.
it was like
Yeah.
at that little weigh-in, like when they were face to face, like you could just like I was
That's
like,
why Tank
oh,
was fucking with them. That's why Tank was just fucking with them the
I
whole
know,
time. You could tell Tank was having fun with them. He was just
facts.
fucking with them. That's why he pushed him. He just same thing he did with Rolly. He just pushed him. He just Tank
Yeah,
smart.
nobody's beating Tank right now. Nobody's beating Tank right now.
I thought Shakir might, but after that fight, the way Tank put on that, the way Tank
Shakur
boxed,
Shakur is a great fighter, but he's not ready. He's
nah.
if he was to fight Tank anytime soon, he's not ready. It'd be
I
just
don't
like
think he won't
Garcia.
be ready because Shakir, I would say his skills are top notch, but that power, it's the difference is Tank's got the skills and the
Yeah,
power
no, and
and the speed.
Shakur's obviously gonna be the taller fighter. He's gonna try
Yeah,
to. Shakur likes to walk people down too. Shakur likes to walk people
yeah,
down, like,
yeah, yeah.
and
But
you
he's a smart boxer. He's not gonna do. He's not gonna do. He's not. It's gonna
everybody
take.
says that.
He.
It's
Yeah,
just the way
true.
that
But
it's the way
it's a
that Tank,
different type.
but it's the way that I'm telling you. It's the
Yeah,
little subtle things that Tank does to draw the boxer in.
yeah.
I don't.
I
It's
agree.
it don't
No,
like
I
they
agree.
could be the
You're
smartest
preaching to the
motherfucker,
choir.
and that's what I'm saying. They can have like the greatest game, but it's those little subtle things that Tank does in the ring that just brings you in. Like, you know what I'm
You're
saying?
preaching to the choir, and but I agree. But all
'Cause
I'm saying is it's not gonna be like Ryan, easy like Ryan, where he's gonna
it's
fall
probably
into
gonna be
those
easy,
traps.
but it's gonna end in
Shakir's
like
gonna set
9-10.
those traps.
Be like it's
I
gonna
would say
end in
that.
9-10.
Yeah, I would say that. But I'll say it'll bring out the best Javante we've ever seen.
Oh,
That's
for
what I
sure,
want to see.
for
Because Tank,
sure.
Tank's a study. Even if I watched the lead up to this fight, Tank was like, I'm not taking Ryan lightly. I'm not gonna get hit with those shots, those power shots. And he was watching Ryan's videos.
Yeah,
He took that fight seriously, as easy as it was for him.
not
He's not gonna he's gonna do the work.
he didn't downplay Ryan at all. He
Mm-mm.
said from the
Nope.
beginning, he said, "Look, I'm not sleeping on Ryan. I ain't doing none of that. I'm
Right.
gonna come in here and I'm gonna show y'all what's up. That's it."
Right. Right.
Because
And that's the Mayweather mentoring because Mayweather was the same way. As much shit Mayweather talk about easy word, blah blah. He made sure he was prepared for every person in shape and everything. Did everything the right way. So yeah, like you said, I don't see anybody beating Tank unless he moves up too much.
yeah,
That's the only way.
oh, the Davis Garcia bout, the fourth and arguably the biggest pay per view event in 2023. I'm trying to see if they don't. None of these have the numbers. Oh,
They
it
probably haven't
said
released it yet.
Davis drew. Oh, so Davis drew approximately 200,000 pay per view buys for his January 7th fight against Hector Garcia. So
Yeah, that was a tune-up fight.
if he had 200,000 pay per view buys there, come on, bro, you already know that
Yeah,
this hit a
it's
millie.
for sure
This hit a
going
millie.
probably. Yeah, yeah,
This hit a millie.
most likely. I'm hoping, but for sure it's gone over 750. It's for sure over 750, I think.
This had to hit a milli, bro. But
Yeah.
I'm
I
just,
think
I'm just, I'm excited though again for boxing, bro. Next up, Haney,
yeah,
Loma. That's not gonna be
that's
easy
gonna be a
fight for
good one.
Devin Haney. Everybody's saying that
Mm-mm.
Devin Haney's gonna knock Loma out, but it's not gonna be like
No
that.
Loma. Nah.
I think
It's
that
gonna be
fight.
hard.
I think if any of these fights, that fight is going to the cards. That fight's gonna go to the
Yeah.
cards.
My thing is with Loma. Loma really wants, like, if you watch, I know, I'm sure you haven't seen Inoue Donaire fight.
Nah, but
Nonito
I'll have to
Donaire
watch it.
was, everybody was saying watch that fight. Everybody was saying Donaire was washed, and Inoue was knocking out everybody in within 3 rounds. Donaire gave the fight of his career, and
No
it
Nito
was ended up being,
Donaire. Oh, he was at the end of his career here, huh? God damn, he was old in that
yeah.
one. I remember when he was a youngster.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying. And everybody said he was
Oh,
washed.
bro.
Everybody says he was washed, and then Inoue was just knocking everybody out. So everybody thought this was gonna be a landslide. That was fight of the year for 2020. I think that was fight of the year. So
And they
and
fought in
Loma,
Tokyo too, huh?
yeah, watch watch that fight. That's one of the best fights I've seen in a long time. It's just all you see is haymakers and fast haymakers thrown at each other
Not after
at a high level.
after the Loma lost to Tiafimo, bro. He's been on a tear.
That's what I'm saying.
He's been
That's
on
what
a
I'm.
tear.
That's where I was getting at. That's where I was getting at. And he's a high level fighter too. So a guy that's got that IQ
Yeah,
and determination,
yeah.
and he's a unique style too. You can't prepare for that style that Loma brings.
Facts.
He's got one of the most unique style in boxing. So I wouldn't even be surprised if Loma beat Haney, but I'm not. I'm not gonna bet on it, but that's
You know
gonna be a tough fight for Haney.
that fight is going to the cards, bro.
Yeah, no, I believe it. I believe it. Loma doesn't have knockout power. He has, but the way his angles, the way he hits you at
Oh, his
angles,
angles are
that's how
nasty,
you.
bro. His
Yeah,
angle,
it's crazy.
he got some of the best
His
footwork
footwork.
I've seen. He got some of the best footwork I've seen, bro. Like,
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying? He fights. He's light on his toes, man. He got them twinkle toes,
Yeah,
like Fred rolling a
exactly.
bowling ball.
And he's not no Cambosos. Haney kind of got that undisputed, the easy. He was
George
lucky that Cambosos beat
Cambosos.
TIF.
Come on, man. We
So,
talking about Cambosos over here. He got lucky. He got lucky getting the. He got lucky getting the belt, bro.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. And Haney got lucky. Cambosos was the one that had the undisputed. That's why, like, people are kind of. I mean, Haney's a great boxer. Don't get
Great.
me wrong. He's a great champion,
He
and
just
he's
he was just
beating
in the
almost
right place at the right time.
right. Exactly. And I think his downfall will be his lack of power. His downfall is his lack of power. No one had to. The thing about Floyd, people, and Pretty Boy Floyd. One thing, Pretty Boy Floyd was knocking
Pretty Boy
everybody out,
Floyd was
but
nasty. That's before he
but
turned into Money Mayweather.
right.
There's
He
a
still had.
big.
He still
Go ahead.
Money still had enough power. Um, Money still had enough power to keep people honest.
Oh yeah.
Haney's not keeping Tank honest. Haney's not keeping, and Loma's going to do his thing. And Shakir, I've seen Shakir beat Haney, albeit sparring a long time ago. But there's a thing when you spar someone, and I know people say, "Oh, it's just sparring," and that's true. But when you lose to someone a lot, it's that big bro, little bro mentality. I
Yeah.
don't see him beating Shakir either. The only person I see him beating is Ryan. Ryan can't beat any of them, honestly, but
I mean,
he don't
Ryan.
got enough skill.
Ryan and him are 3-3. That seventh fight definitely needs
In
to
the
happen.
amateurs,
No, I know.
when they were
Hey,
kids.
explain that. Explain that. Explain. Amateurs don't mean anything, right?
No, no.
Exactly.
Yeah, amateurs don't. Yeah,
Hey,
amateurs don't
loudly,
mean
bro.
any.
Loudly,
Yeah,
loudly,
you
because
know how many people lose and.
I was just talking to my nephew. I was like, bro, that happened in the amateurs. He's like, it doesn't matter. I said, it does matter because the amateurs don't matter. Like we was going back and
Yeah,
forth about the amateurs, bro, and I'm like, nah, it doesn't. Those fights are nothing. I was like, bro, I was like, you don't
you know
hear
how
it.
many people lose all the time, like in the amateurs. Even when they win, they lose. It all just
Exactly.
it's an amateur show. It's not professional. Like you're gonna the hometown fighter usually gets the favor. Whoever whoever's traveling, you really need to like knock the dude out or beat the shit out of them in order to get a decision. And just look at records. Mayweather lost 15 fights or close to 15 fights in amateurs. Like everybody, all these undefeated fighters lost tens of fights in amateurs.
Bro,
It's
exactly.
so easy to lose. It's three
Amateurs is
rounds. It's 3 rounds of people just.
it's like
How do you judge that
it's a
shit?
glorified sparring match.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what's like. That don't mean shit. The only
Yo.
ones like that's why I still wear like Lomachenko 396-1. That's crazy as an amateur. Rigondeaux even and Andre Ward not losing after 12 years old. That's crazy. That's legendary stuff. But
that
yeah,
that
it's a great
definitely
year,
is
man.
definitely is a great
It's a
year,
great.
man. I'm excited. What's up, man? You trying to pull up on Friday to the podcast?
Yep.
All right, man.
I'll be there.
We
What
can have
time?
you in the building, bro. I'll shoot you all the information, and we'll talk more about this with the other guys, man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, for
We'll be able
sure.
to talk our shit, man. To my boy Jose and my boy Ant.
Oh, was he Ryan Garcia fan?
They
I
were
think
Ryan
he
Garcia.
coming through.
They.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see me get my little $50 from Ant. I got to get my $20 from Jose. Paul already paid me my 50, and
Man, where do you find these people betting?
my other
I've been
boy
trying to
Vic,
find everything.
my other boy Vic paid me. Says shout out to Vic and Paul for paying me already, and Jose, you guys owe me. But before we get out of here, Slick Vic, hey, where can they find you at, bro? On Twitter and
Uh,
Instagram. What's your at? What's your handle?
Follow me on Instagram at slickvicd SlickVicDarula
S-
916.
Slick Vic the
Slick
Ruler
Vic Darula.
916. All right, Brody, you got anything else
Yeah.
you wanna say? I'm dropping this on YouTube, so this is gonna be out on YouTube probably tomorrow.
Okay, for sure. Man, I appreciate you having me on. Can't wait to do more. And yeah, let's look forward to these fights, man. Let's
Yes,
talk more about them.
sir. We'll get more in depth in the Haney Lomachenko when it gets closer, bro. We'll have another one of
For
these
sure.
little one on ones, and we'll go in depth, and I guess we can make our little predictions over here on the thing. So yeah, but all
Sounds
right,
good.
all
I'm
right,
for it.
brother, man. I
All right,
appreciate you
man.
jumping on with me, man. Hey, I just want to shout out to everybody. Hey, again, this is your fantasy presents little special boxing edition, man. Shout out to Tank for winning me $175. Shout out to Garcia for losing. I appreciate you, bro. Come back stronger, man. It's your boy Billy F. Gates, aka Steamin' Billy Beeman. We out of here. Peace.